Good evening, Nebraska. What a week it's been for the Mustangs of SEM. The volleyball team won state, and the boys went up to Stewart to beat them, and they're now hosting the Falcons of Wilcox-Hildreth. The Mustangs are looking to return to the state title game for the first time since 1992. Out to Sumner, where the Falcons are looking to return to their state title game since they won it all in 2018. Top-seeded Mustangs are undefeated and looking for the first ever state championship. Early on, the Falcons' defense was standing stout as Graydon Rittner comes up with a tackle for a loss to force a punt. Falcons 3 and out, and it's now the Mustangs back on offense, and they strike. Cohen Rohde steps into this throw. He throws a dime to Jace Rosentrader, who gets behind the defense. He finds the end zone. The Mustangs, they go up 8-0 after the extra point. They're pumped for this one. Dirty Birds, though, they're kind of come back. Grayson Sheen on the bootleg. He completes the pass to Brody Patterson for the big play, but they would be forced to punt. Ensuing drive, it's Maddox Jones up the middle for 6. As the Mustangs, they're putting their foot on the gas early as they go up 14-0. And that would only fired up the defense. That Tutty did as Cohen Rohde. He's a bad man as he tosses Gage Rittner down like a rag doll for the tackle for loss. And then right before the half, it's that man again, Maddox Jones, who busts it up for the touchdown as he would finish with, get this, 5 tutties, over 280 yards on the ground on 30 carries as SEM wins big 44-14 and return to the title game for the first time since 1992. Class C2, where Ord snagged home semifinal thanks to a 10th-seeded UTAN upsetting 2nd-seeded Oakland Craig. Now, Ord had home field, and the Chieftains would be without preferred walk-on Derek Wacker, who was out a toe injury. Biggest Chance Clan fans of the planet Earth. Their student section fans were shining, so was the defense. First quarter, Ord up 7-0. Trent McCain with the rushing score already. Show this stuff, too. Chance forced a turnover on downs. Second quarter now, it's 4th and 6 for UTAN's Braxton Wentworth. Looking for Owen Sutter, but Aiden Ryshon says, no, sir, as he forced 5 turnovers on the evening. Later in the second, defense leads to offense. Dylan Hurlbert plunges 3rd and goal to Chance. Take it 14-0 heading into the halftime locker room. Third quarter now, 21-0 Ord until UTAN. They convert on a 4th down with this score. Wentworth to A.J. Arnsberg as the Chieftains. Finally get on the board 21-7, but From there, it's all Ord, all gas, no brakes to give. All goes, who else but McCain Gunners yet again. 2 tutties for the week, for this season, 4 last week. More than enough for the Chanticleers. Ord is state-bound. NTV's Trey Redfield caught up with head coach and the team for the post-game press conference. Trey.
Well, it's another win for Ord, and this time it's the Chanticleers making their way to Lincoln. Final score against UTAN at 35-7. Trey Redfield here with Ord head coach Nate Wells. And coach, let's just get right down to it. I mean, defense was huge today. 5 turnovers, 4 turnovers on downs. You had a fumble to start out the game too. Talk to me about how special this defense is to step up when it matters the most.
Our defense has played really well all year, and they've really started to play well as we've kind of rounded out the end of the season. And we knew coming into the game that was one of our strengths, and they played awesome.
Trent McCain mentioned it last week, how, just so much praise to the team. It's another team win. Why is it so important to have these team wins when it matters the most in November? Now you're into Lincoln.
Yeah, I mean, football is the ultimate team game, and it takes everybody. It takes everybody that's behind me to be able to accomplish a goal like this. And I'm so proud of these guys. They deserve it. They earned it. And we got one more to go.
It's all about one game at a time. That's what you and I were talking about this point last week. How much more important is it to stay the course with that mindset, knowing there's one more game to go, like you said?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the mindset that you always have to have. And, each day is going to be important for us to get better as we prepare to play Norfolk Catholic, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Norfolk Catholic, right? I mean, you had a stab at them earlier this season. Now you get another one. I mean, I know these guys are amped. How amped are you to get another chance at Norfolk Catholic? Not just here or in Norfolk, but in Lincoln at Memorial Stadium.
Oh, it's awesome. And we have a lot of respect for them. And we've played them a lot the last few years. And so, we got our work cut out for us. But I know one thing, that these guys can get it done.
Coach Wells and company take down UTAN by a final of 35-7. My last question goes to you guys. You're Lincoln bound. How amped are we? Let's go celebrate.
That is awesome. Thanks, Trey, and congratulations to Chanticleers. As who would they face? Top-seeded Norfolk Catholic taking on 4th-seeded Fillmore Central. Fillmore Central students decked out in Christmas attire, hoping the Panthers will slay the Knights of Norfolk Catholic. First drive of the game, the Knights and Trevin Suckup takes the handoff. He goes right up the gut for the tutty. 7-0 Knights. Second quarter now, and the Knights are up 21-0 as Jansen, he drops back and fires a pass to backpedaling Hayden Kelly for the touchdown. It's 28-0 Norfolk Catholic. But here come the Panthers. Nice defensive spark here on the trick play as Trevor Roach takes the pitch and reverses it to Jaron Tweedy, who throws a pass to wide open Cade Cooper. 28-7, but that would be as close as they would get. Panthers, Knights march down on their own trick play. Jansen throws it backwards to Max Hammond for the open field as Sam Spield would cruise to a victory 42-14 as they're heading to Lincoln. South Loop traveling to Dunning to facing Sandhills Thetford, a rematch from earlier this year when the Bobcats won 48-34. It appeared to be on the way for a repeat. First play from scrimmage. South Loop Trey Connell puts it on point to a hunting dog. Cash Gracie runs it down first everywhere. 64-yard tutty. South Loop, they're up 6-0. South Loop marching. Connell keeps it and wiggles his way in for 8 yards out. Bobcats go up 12-0. Is the route on? I don't think so. They're going to get some offense here. Sandhill Thetford, red zone. Kyle Cox looks. He throws it. It's getting picked off by Crew Whittoon, the Bobcat 9-yard line. Very next play, Maurice Robinson. He's going to jump the route here as he picks off Connell, putting the Knights on the board. They would only trail 12-6. Next possession for the Bobcats. And this time, Connell to shine. He takes the first down and gallops for 35 more. Look at them as Sandhill Thetford to the 6-yard line. They're in business. Next play, a little tougher than the first one, though. He makes it to the end zone. South Loop, they go up 18-6. They can taste that state final. Less than 2 minutes till halftime. Sandhill Thetford was looking sluggish. This deep ball from Cox to Robinson really got things going, though. Robinson with a 33-yard reception. He winds up with a first down and more. 30 seconds until intermission. Cox with a call. He sprints and dives to the pylon. Give him 6. 18-12 at the break. Sandhill Thetford would pitch a shutout in the final 2 quarters. And they're moving on to state for the title game for their 3rd time in 4 seasons, winning it 33-18. More football highlights coming up when we come back. We've seen a handful of teams that punched their ticket to either Lincoln or Kearney for state. Let's see who else is on their way. Boone Central taking on Ashland Greenwood for a berth in the state championship game. Blue Jays with the ball as Dane Jacobson drops back. The ball's tipped. Look at the hand-eye coordination from Brandon Bennis. Whoop! It makes a spectacular play for the interception. Ensuing drive for the Cardinals, though, and Ashland Greenwood's defense stands tall as they say you're getting nothing and like it. Blue Jays now turn to fight, but guess what? Boone Central, yeah, they got a pretty good defense themselves as the Cardinals possession. Trying to score, but the Blue Jays defense stands strong. Nice play there. He gets to the outside, and he would get stuttered. This game was all defense early until Jacobson. He's going to take this pitch, breaks the tackle, and he gets into the end zone for 7 as they would go up 7-0. But the Cardinals, they're going to fight back. Scoring drive from the 5-yard line as they would tie this one up at 7 as they would go on a 21-7 run, and they go on to win 21-14 as they punch their ticket to state. Over to Fairfield, where Sandy Creek Cougars are taking on the Stanton Mustangs. Stanton Barrett Wilkie takes the quarterback sneak as he gains a yard, but as Ron Pop will say, wait, there is more as Wilkie could go all the way for the tutty, making it 6 the Mustangs after the 2-point failed conversion. Next drive, though, Cougars try to strike back as Connor Rempe takes the handoff from linebacker Mitchell Hupp. He punches the ball out for the Mustangs. Recover it. it's going the other way. But the Cougars defense would hold up as QB1 Ethan Shaw would light it up, taking the short run for the touchdown on the evening. Score out at 6 after the failed 2-point conversion. Mr. Shaw, he's not done yet though, folks. He fakes it, handoff, and sets his feet, throws a dime to big 6'4" tight end Jack Clark for 6, making it 12-6 after another 2-point failed conversion, 2-point conversion, and it looks good as Stanton comes around and they win 48-36. Let's go to EMF and Crofton. Third quarter all knotted up at 16. Not anymore. Brecken Schulter goes up in there for the touchdown, and if some is good, more is better. The road team is up 30-16 quick, but Crofton, they're not giving up. Wyatt Tramp finishes the job as he gets the Warriors within striking distance. Crofton would trail 30-24 after the 2-point try, but the running back, Brecken Schulter, had himself a night, breaking away from everyone to score his 6th touchdown of the evening. Yes, that is 6, folks. But talk about a back-and-forth game. Jace Panning now trying to do what helped the Warriors come back from a 14-point deficit. He finds pay dirt. This was all offense, no defense. EMF would have the last laugh on the late score. Crofton upset as they get upset as EMF, they're going to state with a 46-32 win.